During this video, you're going to learn about the treat magnet, which is a great proactive management technique for any time that you need to get your dog past something that might be somewhat triggering for them. So the treat magnet, the whole idea behind it is basically you want to have your dog's nose be like a magnet to your hand. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill your hand up with a lot of really delicious treats, and you're going to cup your hand in a way that your dog can't very easily just grab all the treats at once, but basically they'll be eating out of your hand as you're walking. So step one for this is you want to find an environment where your dog is not overly distracted, and you want to just practice cupping your hand, putting it at your side, and having your dog eat out of it in a comfortable way. Now, some dogs do get really excited about eating a lot of food out of your hand, so sometimes they can bite at your hand or grab too hard. So make sure that you have your hand down nice and low, sort of under their chin, so they have to dip their head down. That often helps with the biting and the really mouthy, hard mouth type behavior. So practice this first in a place where you are not going to be overly distracted yourself and your dog is not going to be overly distracted. And don't add the cue to it yet, just kind of get them used to the movements first and get yourself used to how you want to position your hand. And then in step two, you will be adding the cue. Okay, now you're ready for step two if your dog is kind of used to the idea that they're going to get a lot of treats out of your hand if they stick to it. Okay, so in step two, basically all you're going to do is when your dog is sort of only half paying attention or a little bit distracted, but not too distracted, because remember, we're still in an environment where your dog isn't overly aroused by other things going on. Then you're going to give your cue, and it might be something as simple as magnet, right? So that's what I did with my dog Willow. So I gave the cue magnet, and then as soon as I did, I basically lured her right in, didn't give her much of a chance to think about it, although I don't think she wanted to. She picked up on it real quick. And then I did the same thing. And as I kind of continued practicing, sometimes I would change directions. Sometimes you'll see that I would have her come to the front of me, because in different circumstances, when you actually need to use this, you might need to get them in different positions. So I want her to find my hand with the treats when I say magnet wherever it is. I don't want her to get stuck in needing to be in a certain position necessarily, because again, every situation might be a little bit different.
Magnet? Good girl. Good girl. Magnet. Good girl. Magnet? Magnet. Magnet.
So then, as your dog gets better and better at this, you can start adding more distraction into the mix. So you might take them to an area where there aren't going to be any dogs or people right on top of them, but there might be, chipmunks and birds and smells around, and you can practice out there. And then you slowly work your way to being able to practice this around things that are more triggering for them, because that is the goal. Okay, so again, remember, the treat magnet game is a proactive management technique. So basically what that means is that we are finding things that we can do in the moment that something might come up that will help us get through it. So it's not necessarily about training them or teaching them that, hey, that dog is okay, that dog is a good thing. Over time that may happen because now you're associating some treats with the sight of the dog. But what we're doing is we're just kind of trying to get out of a sticky situation, right? So sometimes we need those management techniques, but this is a nice proactive version of it. So we're not just avoiding things, we're teaching them things ahead of time in order to be able to use them in the moment when we need them. Okay, so go ahead and give this a try. This one's actually pretty easy and really fun for your dog, as you'll see in the videos, and as you probably saw in the videos, Willow got a little bit more excited every time. Okay, have fun.